Hi guys, Pickle 9000 Gaming here, back again with Andrew. You saw our last video, and today we're gonna be doing another reaction video. We're gonna be reacting to something spooky. Top 10 Scary Irish Urban Legends Part 2. This video is made by Most Amazing Top 10. Don't forget to check out their channel. Tell them that Pickle 9000 Gaming sent you. And with that, Andrew, you ready to get spooked?
Yep, further ado, on to this reaction.
Everyone, it's time to return to Ireland now in this series. I know many of you enjoyed and were perhaps a little bit surprised at just how many great scary stories Ireland has to offer. Well, it hasn't ended yet. There's still plenty more. I've got some of the best ones to share with you today. My name is Danny Burke and this is the top 10 scary Irish urban legends part 2. Starting off at number 10 now, we have the Derry Vampire. In the city of Derry, you can find an area known as Slaughterverty.
I'm just going to pause this for a second, but Derry, isn't that the town from It?
And isn't that a milk vampire? Dairy. Like, is that some sort of cheese vampire?
Wow, Andrew. Very good joke.
Lies a grassy mound known as O'Cathain's Dolmen, marked by a single thorn tree. Legend says that a vampire is contained within it. Back in the 5th century, a chieftain known as Abatak ruled over the area. He was known for his cruelty and viciousness, even to his own tribe. Locals said that he was actually an evil wizard, using his powers to rise to a position of power. When he died, the tribe gave him a respectful burial. They thought that was the end of it. A day later, though, his reanimated corpse appeared in the village. He demanded a bowl of fresh human blood, or else he would release his terror upon them. The terrified village turned to help from another local chieftain called Cathain, begging that he kill Abatak. Well, he did. He came and killed Abatak, but he rose again, so he killed him again and again, but still he kept on living, returning to the village in search of human blood. Cathain consulted a Christian hermit for guidance. He directed that Abatak be killed using a wooden sword made of yew. He then had to be buried head downwards, weighted with a heavy stone. Finally, thorn bushes should be planted tightly in a circle around the grave. Somehow, it worked. To this day, the mound still remains. People believe it should be left exactly as it is, or else the vampire will return, demanding human blood. Next up at number 9 now, we have the Cottage of Coonean.
Damn it!
Hashtag read
In Coonean, on the Fermanagh Tyrone border, lies an old abandoned cottage. In 1911, it belonged to the Murphy family. Legend says they were being plagued by poltergeists, mischievous ghosts that wanted them out. The family chose to stay. Mrs. Murphy was a widow. Her and the children began to hear mysterious noises at night. There were knocks on the door, footsteps in the empty attic above, and strange groans emitting from the walls. This was only the beginning, though. Plates began sliding across tables by themselves, and bedpots moved around in empty beds. Then it started getting even more intense. Pots and pans were thrown violently against the walls while furniture floated off the ground. Even when things weren't being smashed around, a strange coldness permeated the cottage as mysterious shapes appeared and then disappeared through the walls. In the end, a Catholic priest was called in to perform 2 exorcisms, but that didn't work. Locals began to believe the family had brought this evil on themselves and stopped helping them. Finally, the Murphys caved in and emigrated to America in 1913. Locals believe the ghost followed them. Now, over 100 years on, their cottage lies abandoned. People still say an evil atmosphere surrounds it. Next up at number 8 now, we have the Dunsandle mantelpiece. This house in Galway has so many ghost stories attached to it, it's hard to keep track of them. In the early 20th century, a stone worker who was repairing parts of the old house took a shining to one of the mantelpieces. He decided to take it with him back to his workshop. Now, legend says that the ghost of a tall man that haunted the house had somehow attached itself to the mantelpiece and went with it. The workshop then became haunted. Objects would fly around the room, glasses and other items.
Just Monica. Just Monica.
In the distance.
Guys,
The only way
I
to
don't
stop
know
the
what happened. I
hauntings
think we
was for
had
the
some
stoneworker to
technical
return the
difficulty.
mantelpiece to Dunstable House,
Seriously,
where it
that was
remains
weird,
to this
wasn't it,
day,
Andrew?
along with its
Yeah.
ghostly legend. Moving on to number 7 now, we have the Faceless Lady of Belverley Castle. In Cork
Yeah.
Harbour lies Belverley Castle. In the 17th century, it's said that a woman named Margaret Hodnett lived there. She loved mirrors. Back then, mirrors were a symbol of
Ever
luxury
since I
and wealth.
played-
Not many people
ever
owned
since I
them.
played
Margaret had
Don't
many
Be
of them
Difficult
so that she could
Club,
always remind herself of her famous
weird
beauty.
glitches
She had
have
an
been
on and off
happening
relationship with a
all the
local lord called Clon Rockenby. He asked for her hand in marriage many times, but she always refused. Eventually, he had enough of the rejection and decided to raise a small army to take her castle and her by force. Definitely an overreaction, I'd say. You can't just raise an army
Yeah.
if someone doesn't
Like,
want you.
randomly.
Anyway, the attack didn't go well. Clon was forced to siege the castle. Margaret held on for a year before eventually surrendering. Clon entered the castle to find Margaret starved to death, a skeletal figure and not the beauty he had sought after for so long. Out of rage, he smashed her favourite mirror to pieces. Then one of Margaret's soldiers killed him with a sword.
Really
After that,
scary.
Margaret descended into madness. She looked for mirrors constantly to see if her beauty had returned, but it never did. She died of old age, and locals say her ghost appears in the castle as a lady in white, sometimes with a veiled face and sometimes with no face at all. They say you can still see her staring at the walls where mirrors used to hang.